If you like my dad's videos, please subscribe to QA Insights channel.
In this episode 14 of Performance Engineering series, today we are going to talk about heavy input-output usage. If your Java threads are running in the runnable state for the very long duration, then that might lead to high CPU utilization. High CPU utilization leads to slowness in the application, and also it might lead to crash. In Buggy App, you can simulate the problem using the argument problem_IO. This will create 5 files and then it will read and write in the infinity loop. Now let us go to the Blackboard and try to understand what it is doing in the background. Whenever you start your application using the problem_IO argument, it will spin up threads. Those threads will start creating some files, and then it will start writing into the file, and then it will start reading in the infinity loop. If you monitor your threads, those threads will always be in the running state. And if you monitor your CPU utilization, then you can see the spike in the usage, and eventually it might lead to crash or the response time of your application might elevate. Let us go to the terminal and launch the buggyapp.jar and see what's going on if you trigger the problem_IO. In the left side, we are going to run the Buggy App, and in the top right, I'm running the ycrash, and at the bottom, we are going to run the ycrash agent eventually. Now, first, let us send the argument problem_IO and hit enter. So this will start writing some string information to the file. As you see, it has created some around 5 files, and eventually it will start reading and writing 1000 times. Now let us launch Visual VM to see what's going on in the backend. Just launch the buggyapp.jar and let us monitor the critical aspects. First, let us monitor the threads, heap space, meta space, and let us also monitor the Visual GC, and eventually we'll go to threads. First step is monitoring the CPU, heap, and other stuffs. So here, if you see the heap space, it's going up and down, and if you go to the Visual GC, you can see old gen is not at all being used, but there is a young generation, that is fine. And also if you go to the monitor, here you can see number of threads which are running and classes, and the CPU is around 30%. Now what we can do is, let us start monitoring the threads. So here, as you see, it has created around 5 threads, thread 0 to thread 4. All the threads are in running status. So here you can see green color. So everything is running without giving any breathe time. Now let us go to the sampler and let us take a sample of the CPU. So now if you click on the CPU button, it will take the CPU samples, and here it is displaying the thread details, thread 0 to thread 4, and here you can see total time is the elapsed time and 100%. Now let us expand this thread 0, and here if you see, it is pointing the class iothread.run, and inside the iothread.run we have the write. So write is taking more time than the read operation. Similarly, you can just expand all the threads and you can see what's going on in each thread. All the threads are doing the same thing again and again. Mainly the write function, it is taking more time than read. Here, if you see the CPU samples, there is an option called hotspots. If you click on this hotspots, it will automatically point out which are the classes it's heavily being used. So here you can see run, write, and read. So these are the hotspots. Similarly, you can take a sample of memory. Here you can see the memory snapshot. And if you want to stop your sampling, you can click on stop. Now let us take a dump using the ycrash agent and let us visualize in ycrash UI. Here you have to pass a couple of arguments. First is yc.exe. This exe file you can locate under agent folder, and you have to pass the process ID. The process ID of the Buggy App, you can take it from the Visual VM, which is 2080. And you have to pass your ycrash URL. So in this case, we are using localhost 8086. And you have to pass your API key. You can configure that in the YAML file, and you can pass the YAML file using -c. Once you hit enter, it will automatically take relevant dumps, and then it will upload it to your localhost 8086 port. Now let us wait for a couple of minutes. Now ycrash has taken all the relevant dumps. Now let us go back to the browser. In ycrash, you can see there are 2 incidents got reported today. And this is our latest incident report. Now let us click on this link. In the report, as you see, if you scroll down under device issues, there are 3 issues got reported. One is the disk usage, and CPU usage is greater than 80 for the process ID 2080. So this is our buggy app process ID. And there is another process ID which is also taking CPU usage greater than 80%. Now let us focus on buggy app and let us click on this detail here link. Now it is displaying all the processes which are running in the local host. So as you see, the process ID, the command is Java, and it is taking around more than 80%. Now let us see what's going on in the threads. Just click on the threads here, and here you can see there are 25 threads which are in runnable state. And if you just scroll down, we can see more details about the thread. If you keep scrolling till you reach the section CPU consuming threads, this will display the table which are the threads causing more CPU. Here if you see thread 0, thread 1, thread 2, so these are the threads which is causing the CPU utilization more because of read and write. And here you can see which line has issues, and if you click on this stack trace, you can also view the stack trace details of the particular thread 0. In this page you can see which line of code is causing more CPU utilization. At the bottom clearly it is stating that iothread.java in line number 55 and fileutil.java line number 46. So these are the 2 lines might causing the CPU utilization high. So this is how you will leverage ycrash to take the dump and you will analyze what's going on in the backend. That's it guys on my side. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
If you like my dad's videos, please subscribe to QA Insights channel.